Hello, folks. My name is Stephen Bonacorsi. I'm a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, president of the International Standard for Lean Six Sigma, and owner of the Lean Six Sigma Group on LinkedIn. Today, I'm here to talk to you about a book written by my good friend and Master Black Belt, Dr. Aline Postoka. The name of the book is called Speed-Based Target Profit. Basically, it's about planning and developing synchronous, profitable operations. Now, I live over here in America, and in America, oftentimes we're going to go off and do some kind of farming. And oftentimes we want to move a plant from one location to the next. We'll rip it out, off a little bit into the new, uh, often our plants. And there's a concept called nemawashi. It's basically translate going around the roots. It's a technique they use in gardening where they basically clean out all the roots very carefully. It's painstaking where they clean out all the roots so they can plant the plant without destroying the roots. So it takes more work. Now, what does this mean in Lean Six Sigma and Lean concepts? Basically, it's an informal process of basically quietly laying the foundation of some proposed change or project by talking to the people concerned, gathering support and feedback, and basically building that buy-in with the stakeholders. So before we go and implement some kind of major change initiative or any kind of formal steps are taken, we practice nemawashi to basically help enable the change to make sure it's carried out with consent by all sides. So the reason I bring that up is this book, Speed-Based Target Profiting, is basically a book that I find to be very courageous and honest examination of lean manufacturing, theories of constraint, Six Sigma, Kaizen, which means incremental change, Kaikaku, which is radical change in Japanese. Techniques like overall equipment effectiveness, total quality management, and so forth, quality concepts. And the book looks at these different operations and how they try to achieve profitability to reach a sort of, if you would, an average target, right? So as we're trying to reach production targets for the customer to meet customer demand in a steady state environment, trying to avoid the bottlenecks, avoid the supply chain constraints, inventory disruptions, supply chain disruptions in product, downtime by machines, et cetera, making up for defects along the process, eliminating waste, stoppages for whatever reason. These are problems any production manager out there trying to deliver the product and services to the customer face. And one of the problems that all of these systems have is also being able to balance the profitability and achieve, a regular iterative, whether it be monthly, quarterly, annual goal of reaching certain profitability targets. So the author in this book has gone forward, introduced a number of new tools, like, for example, those of you might be familiar with lean manufacturing with concepts like Takt Rate. Well, he's introducing concepts like Takt Profit, KAIZENshiro, all right, which was first actually presented in his previous book called Method Design Concept. But you'll see concepts, many of you are familiar with process mapping or value stream mapping, even in Lean. Well, he introduces a new concept called a waste map that I think you guys are going to love. So all kinds of great concepts, the 3 Gs of Kaizen, Gemba, Gembutsu, Genjitsu. There are a bunch of awesome ideas. I think you're going to love this. This is a book, by the way. I normally read a book in a couple of days. All right. It took me 3 weeks to go through this book. This is not a book you read. This is a book you study. Okay. There's over 100 different figures in there. So even though it's 350 pages, there's a lot of great figures to help talk about the different scenarios in the real world that folks face, the type of problems we face in the real world, stuff that you're not taught in MBA. You don't learn this stuff in college, okay, in industrial engineering programs. And it's not just about the tools, it's about the balance in the business side, all right, for profitability. So while it does consider the flow and continuous synchronous flow of the product and service through the process, it's also looking at the balance of the cost and the profit to reach certain targets. So this is a great book. I think any manager out there that does supply chain planning, operations planning, um, production planning, obviously, black belts, Kaizen, lean leaders. This is a book you got to read. You got to study. All right. I also recommend, by the way, that university teaches professors out there teaching operations management and such to the folks need to also look at this book and start comparing, contrasting those theories with some of these real world presented problems that those theories have not been solving, and look at some of the solutions that the author has put in place. Anyways, highly recommend the book. Give it a shot. Let me show you a quick screenshot of this. I'm gonna I have an electronic copy of this, so let me just hit my button here. Here's what it looks like with the cover. Up over here. Here's the cover of the book right here. It's called Speed-Based Target Profit: Planning and Developing Synchronous Profitable Operations. You're gonna love it. Thanks for listening.